Shut up, it was by accident.
Waste
So
a
you
whole lot of
guys-
spell slots.
Emerge into the sunshine. Cole, you're pretty good with nature. You'd estimate it's around 10 in the morning. So like you've been out for a while. There is crew all over the place just working on the deck, in the rigging. The ship, it's like a medium-sized ship. But you guys get up there with all of your bully boys behind you with the clubs, making sure that everyone keeps going and occasionally whacking you in the ass to get you moving.
Ooh. Just kidding. Not that kind, not yet.
Not yet.
We'll see how many days out at sea we are.
These pirates, I mean, they seem to be like all genders, all races, all ages. There are a lot of like elves, half-elves, and especially humans. One you can see is Mr. Plug, now armed with his sword from the previous night and a whip on one hip.
Hey, that's
Kind of like, he's talking to like a tall black guy, and he like turns over and looks at you and he like grins. But the big black guy.
Do I see my cloak?
What's up? No. You do not see anything. But all the pirates are definitely looking at you guys.
It's been late. I do.
Before I forget,
My tie!
now that you're actually out in the light, it's a little bit easier to see what everyone looks like. So Mr. Plug, out of the haze of the room, looks a little bit like this.
And it looks something like this.
Where's that coming through?
Where?
That?
What's up?
Looks like what?
Is it still loading or? I don't mean to be a troublemaker.
No, it's fine. It's
It's
just,
hard
you
to see
know,
things.
sometimes you just wish things would work.
Technology.
Oh, there he is.
He looks Asian.
I'm sure he would appreciate you
Interesting
saying that.
haircut.
Is that Glenn's whip?
No, I had a like a
He's
bull
got
whip, not
cat
a
of
cat
nine
tail.
tails.
I did not have a cattail whip.
Now he's just trying to get me excited.
Okay, Squid. Do we need to throw Squidward overboard now?
Good luck, I can make it to smoke bath.
You know the rules. Separate from the party and you die.
Diet sea, man.
Alright, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to move these sails because they're actually a pain in the ass to
You're
move
fine.
around.
Go for it.
Because the ship is really cool.
We got the idea of where the sails are because
Cool.
there's-
Like, the poles are still there, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it looked like.
Aaron's gonna be like,
it's literally
I just need to get you like that sound bit so you can just play it whenever you
It's really big. Alright, so Plug is standing next to the big black guy who's kind of looking down at you. And then the taller guy kind of like waves his hand and Plug goes back downstairs. And the bigger guy is kind of standing next to the wheel with his hands out like a minister almost. Like just embracing you. He looks a little bit like this.
Oh.
This is a really, really big dude.
How big are we talking?
Not as big as us.
Not quite as big as you guys, but like big for a human.
For a human, he's quite
But
big.
he is human.
So
Looks
we're
human.
probably impressed.
He's big
But he
for
looks down at
steroids.
all of you and says, "Glad you could join us at last.
is he wearing my cloak?
Welcome
No,
to the Wormwood.
he has better things.
My thanks for
His outfit.
volunteering to join my crew. I'm Barnabas Harrigan. That's Captain Harrigan to a lot of you. Not that you'll ever need to speak to me. I only have 2 rules on my ship. The first is that you never speak to me. Ever. I like a good talk, just not yours.
Oh.
Follow that rule and we'll get along fine. Secondly, even with the addition of all of you, we're still a little bit short-handed, and I aim to keep what crew I've got. Anyone caught killing on my ship will get a keel hauling. Mr. Plug, if you'd be so kind as to make pirates out of these landlubbers, it'll save me the trouble of having to put them in a sweatbox for a year and a day before I make pies out of them.
Delicious.
Now get back to work.
What's what was the wait? What did you turn on this for? No, I'm talking out of game. Talking out of
Keel
game.
hauling?
Yeah.
You're basically strung like through
Under
the bottom
the
of the
ship.
ship and all
Yeah.
the barnacles.
They strain
Oh.
against you.
There's 2 versions of
Basically
keel hauling.
die.
There's the one where they go slow and you just drown to death. There's the one where they go fast and it looks like you went through a blender.
And they
You die either way.
Crush you.
You die either way. It's just
Yeah. It's just
Whichever
how.
one. However they feel at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't like
Depends on
trying
the
to
way.
make you think. How do you wait? How do you?
So Harrigan goes through a little door into what you would assume is his quarters. Scourge begins yelling at all the men to get back to their places. He seems to be in charge of the swabs on the ship. Plug kind of calls up to the riggers and tells them to hold on for a minute and get out of the way. And he looks at all of you and says, all right, now, you were all a little bit fuzzy on your qualifications for a pirate ship last night. We're going to put you through a little bit of a test.
Snaps pool cue.
It kind of points upwards, and you guys can look at the main mast. It is about 60 feet tall, and way at the top you can see the tiny little crow's nest. And he points up to that while looking at all of you and says, first two of you to get up there, good job as riggers.
I'd like to rush towards.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, me too.
Roll initiative.
I got this.
Alright. Initiative.
Come on.
Because this is
Here we go.
absolutely a
This is not gonna go well
competition between all
for
of you.
Chaboy.
Chip boy.
Chip boy.
Marco, are we going with hammer
Yeah,
as the
boy.
name?
Temporary.
Temporary Harry.
Temporary
Hammer Osito.
hammer.
Cass is still drugged out of her
MC
mind, so
Hammer
she's
Bear.
going to automatically fail this.
Oh god.
You guys all want to scroll to your right.
I got.
You will see the master
Yes.
climbing,
Oh god.
a vertical version of it.
I'm not getting it, Mr. Jensen.
I'm not.
I'm moving you over.
There it is.
Alright, I only had a 12, so.
I got a
I-
16.
Aha! There you are, Mel. No hiding now.
I also have a feeling is your movement speed 30?
Yeah.
But that's not
What's up?
climbing.
I got a 16.
I got a 7.
Oh, Mel, you didn't want to be a rigger after all.
Oh, don't worry, Mel. I got a 6.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, rigger?
No,
You work the sales.
You're kind of doing like the Jack Sparrow. You're looking there as everyone else is climb up to every day.
I don't want it because I have a.
Like, wait, this
feat that
includes me.
actually is good for this.
I'll give you it.
Aaron, I'm gonna go to you. I ain't no swab. I'm gonna let you know them catch up to us.
Okay. I'll let you get up before me. I like
If I win, I have a cool way to celebrate.
Bears are actually really good at climbing things. Normally.
I can use gusts
not
and
one
just
of those
knock them
cases.
back down.
I mean, we can start as soon as you guys put your initiatives into the order.
I say,
Oh,
here
okay.
was it
Yeah, it
just
wasn't
loaded
up
in.
yet.
from-
Oh,
You just
I
plugged
didn't-
in, sorry.
Sorry.
and it's not letting me tell you. Maybe. Yeah, it worked. Roll 20
Into
takes
the
my
turn
initiatives.
order?
Like, it's always like.
But
you
that's
didn't
always
pick
weird.
them.
You are in it already. Got
Okay.
pictures in.
Haha!
Cool.
Who got the nice
Jack
suit?
Black.
Well,
All right.
Jacques Noir.
Now I figured out the joke behind that name. Sorry, it wasn't until I pronounced it. I kept saying it in my head as Jacques.
Nope.
Jacques.
Not
Wait.
that sophisticated.
Never played Jacques Blanc.
So it was
Okay, so there are
Jacques.
two approaches to climbing this
Blackus.
thing. You can make an athletics check
That's what I was thinking.
or an acrobatics check. Because what you are actually climbing in the rigging is not just the pole itself. There's not like a dedicated ladder. It's a series of handholds, like the web netting that goes up the sides of the ship, just ropes, whatever you guys can grab. You're trying to
So
climb.
here's the thing.
You can climb
You don't have either of those?
I have proficiency
as many feet
in
as you want to,
athletics,
up to your
but
movement
I have
speed.
a -1 in strength.
However many feet you want to move, you have to call that out, and that's your DC for
Plus
this
one.
or
+1.
whatever trying
Oh.
check
I
you're trying
have
to make.
+5.
Interesting.
So if you want to move 15 feet, it's a DC 15 check. If you fail by less than 5,
I get.
you just don't make any progress.
Alright, fail by listen, guys, let's say
If
the
you
rules.
fail by 5 or more, you fall.
They're
all the
falling,
way.
I think.
Hey, yeah, that's
For what?
cool.
You guys
If
hear how
fail
we're
your
doing this?
check,
Yes.
climb check
That's
by less
cool.
than, by more than 5.
Marco,
fall
and
by
Aaron,
whatever
did you guys
height
hear
you're
how we're
at.
doing
Rolls
this?
to
No.
create a
Did
tree
you guys
that will
hear how we're
propel
doing
me to
this
the
or no?
top of the
I heard
mast.
if you don't beat the check,
Where's your branches?
more than 5, you fall. I didn't hear what happens if it's less
Or a
than 5.
wall.
So, you guys are making either an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Okay.
You can move up to your movement speed. However many feet you want to move, you call that out on your turn, and that is the DC for your check. So you can give yourself a 30, like a DC 30 check if you want to.
Who hates themselves?
If you fail by less than 5, you don't make any progress. You just like get fumbled up. Like you're not moving, you don't go up or down.
DC
If you fail by more
60
than
for
5,
me.
you're gonna fail. If anyone has a climbing speed, I don't believe any of you do.
No.
No, don't worry about it then. If you did, you could just move up to your movement speed with no challenge.
Oh
Man.
I'm part monkey.
We can only move up to our movement
bear
speed.
doesn't get that.
I guess it doesn't matter. Never
You're a
mind. Dumb
sophisticated
question.
bear.
It doesn't
You gave
matter.
up- You gave up tree climbing at the wee age of 3.
Woof. Okay,
Learn
alright, so
fighting.
I'll move 10 feet.
Okay, so it's a DC 10.
Yep, alright.
You want athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Okay.
Oh, nice, alright. 21.
I changed my previous statement. I had a DC of 21.
And they're off.
Cole is up
Exactly
10 feet.
21.
Squidward.
Can I use Gust on Jack Black to make him fall?
There are pirates all over looking at you guys and cheering.
Oh,
And you
okay.
feel like trying to murder one of your companions.
I'm not trying to murder, I'm trying to make him just...
No, you're just trying to make him fall out of the rigging, possibly to his death.
Oh shit, fuck.
Literally
No big
30
deal.
seconds after Rule 2 is established.
Captain's idea. I won't know.
I'll do 12. So I have to
No.
get... No?
Rounded to 5.
We're moving in 5-foot squares.
Okay, then I'll do 10 too. With acrobatics, so 12.
Barely.
So the crew is booing the two of you a little bit because you are literally just moving like very, very carefully. Like you're doing the equivalent of like walking up the stairs by like putting one foot on the stair and then putting the other one up and then one and one, like because baby stepping your way up. They want to see something impressive.
I'm a twig, back off!
So fist.
This is gonna go for a 20.
I mean, we're on the ground right now, aren't we?
You are.
And I rolled a 15 plus 5 to acrobatics. I made a 20.
Okay. So
Alright.
climbing basically just with his arms and like pulling himself up every time. The lizard man rockets past the other two.
You got this!
They don't come.
Now the crowd is cheering a little bit more. They like this.
If I'm gonna make the best of my situation.
How do you
If that
pronounce your
means
name?
showing off.
I was thinking
I was so
Dano.
scared.
Dano?
Yeah, why not?
I looked and I didn't look.
Let's go. Let's
Do you
go.
have athletics or acrobatics?
I have one of those, and it's acrobatics. And
Alright.
I'm gonna go with 10.
Acrobat your way up there.
I get a +1 to both, so it doesn't matter.
Natural 20.
All right, so you
Okay.
could have.
I could have gone.
30.
I could have,
What
but I
did you
did
go for?
10.
She went for 10 and rolled a natty.
Shit, no.
Hammer.
Story of my life.
That's me. 15
I didn't
athletics.
risk it.
All right, Marco's gonna join us.
Oof.
Nope.
What's you get?
You got a
That's
4.
yeah.
Plus his.
Marco, you kind of walk over there and you're like,
The pause.
okay, so like people are all over.
11.
The only thing that was really left for you was just these straight webbing, and you're like looking at it, and like
Giant bear paws.
Claws start cutting it a little bit.
you're trying to fit a frying pan through like a fly swatter or like a tennis racket, like trying to get your fingers in there.
I roll well until I need to roll.
I know. I'm so scared. Like, I'm gonna get like at 50 feet and then like crit fail
Oh,
and
man.
just
10 athletics.
Okay.
die.
Oh, no.
No.
This didn't work. 7.
Ooh.
Quick reminder
Okay,
what
so you-
falling damage is.
1d6 per 10 feet. So I mean, if you're about 10 feet from the top, it's 5d6.
Theoretically, you could live.
Yeah, in theory.
You'd have to roll
Well, we can
2s
live
and under.
pretty easily.
2s
So,
and under.
Cole.
You start rolling 4s and above.
You were looking off at the dragonborn man who was just launching himself upwards, and you're like scrambling to try and go a little bit faster. You just like entangle yourself,
It's
so you do not make any
something I
progress
would
this
wanna
round, but you do
attempt.
not fall.
Didn't fall.
I'll do a 10 again.
Okay.
So who's been newer? Is that you, Mel?
Somebody we haven't seen before.
17.
I'm gonna say it's Mel.
Okay.
You smell familiar. You smell the same bar we were in, so at least you were there that night.
Hey, fist.
Woof.
We're gonna go 15.
Okay.
It happened.
I'm just consistent.
13. So.
Ooh.
You do not make progress this
All right.
round,
Fair
but
enough.
you do not fall.
That's good enough for me.
You just like
I just
you
had
went
to
to like
beat
keep
the bear
swinging
guy.
yourself up and like miss a little bit. So you're like hanging there for 1
bear.
second, but you managed to re-catch yourself.
That's the first low roll, and it scared me until I remembered I had +5.
Hey, Dino.
10.
Casually fall.
I'm already 20 feet up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
11.
ground to make. I already have 1 health.
I have to roll
Remember, I
at
got
least
beamed with the
9,
bucket.
so
Slow
I
and
got
steady.
beamed with the bucket.
Slow and steady.
The first 2 people who get up here who get the job as riggers.
Yeah.
yep, that's fine.
So I'm not sure if it was-
I'll wait to say this until you get to.
No, we're gonna get our asses beat.
Blast, like,
Marco, you feel like you've done enough prep work. You're ready to try again. We'll
You've
try
just done
again.
some stretching,
Well,
done some.
Yo,
We'll try
Marco's
it.
actually the smart one.
We'll try 15 again.
All right. Nope. 12.
Alright.
You're just like, you're too busy doing like lunges to go up.
Yeah, look at that Glenn. It's like how?
You're psyching yourself
He's
up.
almost as big as I am.
Scales, isn't it? Using them
They give him more friction.
The silky fur would just slide right off. Jacques.
Is black.
10 athletics.
Jacques Black.
Nope. Got 7.
They're catching up to me, guys.
You're really entangled right now.
They're catching up, bud. I need to.
Your ankle gets
I'll
caught.
see at top. I'll do
See?
10 again.
All right.
This is nerve-wracking. I feel like I'm
I
living in
added
real life.
20.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
I mean, worst that happens.
No, I told you, day 1 on the ship is super fun.
Woo! Try
I'm
out!
gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Fisk,
Are you going?
you have been passed by the
Do
squid
it.
man, who is just like a spider monkey right now.
His
His arms are bending in ways you didn't think they could, and he's by his face, grabbing with his beard to hold on at points.
For the cloak!
20.
Just tell me you have a mustache.
A decent 20? Alright.
C20.
I'm very sensitive, so
And
I just roll all the
A
time.
3.
No.
It's like a porno
I
stuff.
rolled a 20. Barely. I'm scaring myself here.
The fear in your eyes right now.
I'm lucky we did say 5.
Five.
Got it. I barely.
Listen, if he goes at 5 increments, he literally cannot lose.
Glenn, as you are pulling yourself up, you can't help
Unless
but
he
look
goes
down
on,
and
yeah.
realize you're raised off the ground now. It's getting thin up here. You
But
see,
I bet the
you see
crowd
Marco
won't
in the
fit.
distance.
Now it's gonna go 15.
I think the crowd's loving it though.
I'm gonna go for that 10.
Yeah, I'm just.
The crowd has.
I
got to be
rolled
loving
an
it.
18.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
no.
could have gone for that 15.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm rolling 20s.
So now that some of you are at the halfway point, it's starting to go through some of your minds. If you're having this much problem in a competition setting, you're probably not going to be good as a rigger anyways. So you may want to consider what your talents are best suited to. Just saying. Also, the fact that when you're working, you don't have to fling yourself up there in 10 seconds. You can take a little bit of time.
I should
Hammer.
probably be a swabber, to be
If
honest.
you maybe go over to the mast.
We're
and just,
gonna
like,
go
keep
over for like the solid 10 and just. Okay, I didn't fuck this one up, but it was close.
All right. So Marco,
That's what.
You have 13.
I know.
Try this dice, buddy. Try that dice.
so your buddy Hammer gives up on the webbing and just moves over to where the mast actually is and just starts clawing into it and pulling himself up. And he's making progress now. He's off the ground. the mast is creaking slightly. This is fucking, what are you, like 600 pounds?
400
400
pounds and almost
is
8
now
feet tall.
climbing up the mast.
I see it as just like a little black bear. It is.
All right, Jock. The bear is even with you now. You've been stuck here for 2 rounds.
Yep, it's.
Way down at the bottom.
Yeah, you gotta go for a 15.
No, I'm doing 10
Do I
athletics.
risk it for the biscuit? Do I risk it for the biscuit?
Alright, I rolled a 17, so
I'm not going to.
I'm not, no.
Catching up on Squidman.
You're right.
My character is wise.
Close.
I know what I'm capable
But
of.
I want to finish this. Like.
The problem is, now that you pointed that out, I am not meant for this part. The only good thing is, if I'm like in the crow's nest, I have great perception.
Oh man.
It's your turn, Aaron.
I'm thinking
Waste your
if
damage.
I want to like.
I rolled a 7.
Waste the bad one.
I waste the bad.
Make a choice.
I'm
There's a chance
gonna
you just wasted a bad one for.
I'll do 10 again.
I'm gonna go to 15.
You don't have to come in first.
Oh
2
God!
slots.
Ooh, I might be falling. What'd you roll? I got a 5.
What were you going for, 10?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're falling.
Oh, no.
safe. Tanner,
What?
I will argue here that you said more than 5.
Yeah, 5 or more fails.
5 or more.
Oof.
I'm pretty sure before you said
Fall,
whatever.
fall,
Doesn't
fall, 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 fall.
matter. I can't
We were acting as the crowd.
I can argue like the
It's the
actual.
crowd.
Can
in the
I
background.
attempt
He did say 5 or greater.
I can argue.
I believe I said
Okay.
if it was less than 5, then you don't make progress. If it's 5 or more, then you
Yep.
fail. But I have people corroborating. I know
Okay.
you're right to question because I have
Okay.
made that mistake before.
That's why I questioned it.
Meanwhile,
This time I
run into.
Can I attempt to catch myself or not?
I will.
Marco, do you want
I
to
will
catch
let
him?
you take a deck save to
No.
try and take half the damage.
I'm already climbing, man. If I was on the ground, I would try to catch him.
Dex.
You're also like 10 feet away
Reach
from
out
him.
and arm.
All
Catch him in your
right.
big
On the
beefy
opposite
paw.
side of the pole.
You're trying to catch me, but
I'm not catching.
When I make progress, I make milestones.
I'm falling, taking full.
Okay.
Listen,
Well,
I'm
we get a
not
roll
going,
dice there at
going.
least, so it's. Do you want to roll your own damage, or you gonna let Tanner do the honors?
How much? What am I rolling?
10d6.
Oh, I'm dead.
No,
No, not
what?
bad.
No, a d6 per 10 feet.
So I'm gonna die.
You're not dead.
I'm gonna die.
You're
Oh, was that it?
-4.
So you're unconscious.
Wait, whoa! I can't roll my 3d6 myself.
No.
This is a pirate ship. It's not a democracy.
You haven't earned this status yet.
The ship's the one.
I would be at -0 if I would have rolled.
So you would roll just
Rip.
knock
Wait,
yourself
wait.
out.
So what's your max? Because it's half of your max is how much you can take before you die, isn't it?
9.
Negative.
Yeah.
Okay, the way I do it, as far as negative damage, is you have your main life bar. When you hit 0, you're
Yeah.
unconscious.
Yeah.
You take
If
full
you take damage equal to your maximum HP in negative, then you're just straight out dead.
Okay, equal to.
Yes.
I thought it was like.
So
equal to
your
half.
health bar is
Yeah,
effectively
leave it.
twice as big as
Both
what it
says
shows.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It's just
House
only
rules,
conscious
we
for
like to
half
give a
of
little
that.
more
Okay.
chance. For
So-
Aaron's sake, let's make it his full
So
health bar.
if we followed the book, you'd be dead.
You'd be
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
ran down.
That was massive damage, which is the point at which I can start giving you penalties like a broken leg or a missing eye or something.
A missing tentacle.
Yeah, make him lose a tentacle.
So, Jack Black, and to a lesser extent, Hammer, you would have witnessed Aaron just plummet past you, and below you see a man that looks like he's made out of
Impervious to
spaghetti just kind of like screwing there.
I utter a
That's why he didn't die.
and I look onward at.
So, assist. You're flat somewhere far below.
Well,
There's no time. We gotta make it to the top.
Wow!
We're evil.
I am evil. Aaron,
I don't know
I'm
about
evil. You didn't
Mel
make
seems
a
like a
contract
good
that I had to look after you.
I seem like a good
We're
guy.
gonna go. We're gonna go 15.
die, and then
Not-
I'm
not-
gonna
I'm
be
not feeling
left to
as risky.
slowly
I'm feeling
climb
the
up
pressure.
and take the victory.
Natty!
Wait, what'd you roll? What'd you roll? Or what were you going for?
15 and I rolled a natty. I should have.
I did that
The
earlier.
biscuit.
Wait, Glenn, you are 5 feet away.
Can I just like?
No. You wanted 15, you took 15.
I know.
What a nerd.
I didn't know I was gonna natty. It's hard
Mel.
to tell that. Guys, I've been moving by
Vaguely in the
inches.
distance, you can also see the splattered remains of one of your allies.
Remains.
It's still,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast. I
Dead.
don't know if anyone else falls.
Okay.
it just looks like if you like took an octopus and then like dunked it, and just kind of like.
I'm
splattered.
gonna go for 10.
Oh man, I've like seen that actually.
Have you?
Six-
Someone spike an octopus on the
16.
ground.
Fuck you, Mel.
Did you make it?
Yeah, I got a 16, and I was going for 10.
Mel, slow but steady.
Slow but steady.
Dino is making progress. Hammer, you are off the ground.
I'm off the
This is a
ground.
good start.
Falls.
Look, think of it this way, Marco. If everyone else falls, you automatically win. You just need to endure.
You like that for that nap, buddy?
Go for a solid 10 feet.
You got a nat 10.
No, 11.
Huh.
You make it.
Oh man.
And that's with a +7. I'm rolling shit.
Yeah, what the heck?
You're an athletic guy. You're just not used to pulling your own weight of things.
You're good at throwing other people's weight around.
Cole.
Yeah, you're getting
Jock,
Do
rather.
you have any more dice?
Mr.
You know
Black.
what?
if
Wow,
you
how
will.
lucky are you feeling?
I'm not feeling
That's
lucky
fucked
at
up.
all.
I know these two
The
are
smart
my-
side of me
my
wants to
cousin
prove that I
knows
can be valuable.
Honestly, I might see powder.
Woo! Next level, you can turn into a bird.
I think
Alright,
the
what
worst
I
of that,
miss?
might
Could just fly your way up there.
Alright,
Yeah,
what did
but-
I miss?
Not much.
Cole is
Michael made
deliberating.
it up another 10 feet. He's making progress.
Barely.
I also made it 10 more.
Barely.
Barely.
Okay.
You do still have a chance to win.
What?
I do.
Here, because I'm like almost dead.
It's warm in here.
You're fine.
You're fine.
I'm spaghetti.
You know what?
And it's gonna make this. You're gonna be a swabber.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
care.
swab your
That's
face,
probably-
swab it
that's
down.
honestly probably where I should be at.
Climb down.
Yes.
Probably safer, just
Yeah.
because you do have a low strength, which is
I'll give you
kind of a thing for
twice
climbing.
whatever you set the DC at.
What do you do?
So if you set like a DC of 10, you can move 20 feet.
Why does
Oh,
he,
okay.
Why does he get to do that?
Because he's going down.
Oh, he's going down.
Hey, Mahad
Yeah,
went
we'll
down.
do that.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
it's 20 down.
Jack Black
Only,
didn't
so
want
I'll do a 10.
Go for it.
All right. All right. 18.
Solid. So you get back down to the ground.
And can I roll medicine to try to stabilize this fellow?
Oh, I thought you were evil.
Evil good, Glenn.
Sometimes referred to as neutral. Evil good.
Evil good.
Yes, you can.
My alignment is lawful chaos.
If you want
That's the alignment of my bedroom right now. Lawful chaos.
All right, 16.
Ordinarily, you feel like that would
I
be
left a
pretty
little
good,
laundry in
but
the
given that
dryer.
you were working with literally just your hands and rags, like you don't have
It's
Yeah.
not there anymore.
I'm one of the awful people.
you're
One.
not making progress, but you feel like it'd
I
be
feel
easier
shame.
if you made a second check. The DC would be lower.
Shame. That's what I'm gonna do
Okay, so
tomorrow.
I am one of the people
Next turn,
I
or-
curse out.
Yeah, if you make it on your next turn.
How are the pirates? I want to hear what the reactions are.
That's it.
I might be luchadoring right now.
They're still cheering you on.
I
They
might
were
be luchadoring.
cheering a lot harder when Aaron fell.
Luchador, I could, if I had
Step save?
max level luchador, I could
Yeah.
fall that
Yeah.
whole distance
It'd be fine.
and
13.
just like brush it off. Fucking
Mark
bones
the
of
success.
titanium.
Also on your turn, Aaron. Where is he?
I see why they're low on crewmates now.
Yeah, no kidding.
The first
If this is what
initiation,
they, if this is their
I see why
rite
they're
of
low on crew
passage,
members. The initiation kills half of them.
the
So
hazing.
Cole, you're kind of leaned over
The
him,
drugging
working,
probably doesn't
Yeah.
help either.
and
Yeah, probably not.
I still
you
keep
hear
looking
as
at
someone
it.
approaches you, and you look up and see Scourge.
That was lucky.
yeah.
Scourge.
I love how they
Scary.
He's looking there. He's got his whip out.
Bear climb the mast. As
Wait,
a
I thought
good
it was
idea.
Plugs. Is that what's his name?
There's two
Plug
of
is the
them.
guy who tried to recruit you. Scourge is the one that was hitting on the lady.
Okay.
And
Oh,
also,
Scourge is the guy that was hitting on the lady.
Yeah,
Okay.
Scourge
Scourge is the one that beat me with a
Oh,
bucket.
I never showed.
Beamed me with a... Yeah, I said we didn't get a picture
Okay.
for him.
Scourge was the one I never showed. I actually like how this guy looks.
Ooh.
I'm almost
I like
mad.
his headband.
I'm almost mad.
Like as soon as you describe your character, I was like, ooh,
Oh,
he's gonna like how Scourge
coward.
looks. But he looks at you and says,
If
maybe you misunderstood Mr. Plug's orders, but competition's still going on. Now get your ass up there.
5 feet at a time.
Do you want to respond to that? Or?
Very well. Shit. Yeah, that's what I was just like. All right, and then I go back. No, hastily. I don't like this.
So
Walk
you're gonna
over
move to
there.
like
I
get
have the
back up there.
greatest like,
Yeah.
victory.
I'll haste. Like I'm not gonna be like fucking sarcastic or anything. I,
Yes, sir.
all right. Shit. So,
Fist. Would you like to make a DC 5 athletics check?
I want to make a DC 20 and launch myself
All
into
right.
the air.
Did you crit fail?
No, I rolled
Then
a
you're
3.
fine. I really wanted you to crit fail.
I rolled a 3.
3 plus 5,
3 plus 5.
so you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Ugh.
You missed.
He's gonna crit fail.
I know. And when I get to the top, I'm going to use my lightning breath ability and just kind of beam a blast of lightning into the air.
Okay, well, you hear the pirates below go very, very quiet for a moment, and then they just burst out in cheering. Like, they're eating this up. They're just, like, sitting up there in the crow's nest, just, like, arms out, just Godzilla breath into the sky.
Yep.
Alright, they're eating it up. They're on board with this.
That's why I wanted to be the first one to the top.
Glenn is the first one up, which means he gets the first job as a rigger. There is still one more position. Bell.
My back hurts.
Dino. You have 20 feet to go.
Yeah.
Your mustache. You landed on it. It's why you
No.
did die.
Gotta risk it now.
Gotta risk
You
it.
gotta go for the 20.
You have to-
now.
I'm not gonna go for
I
the
made
20.
2 of them.
I don't care if you made 2 of them. I'm
You
not
have
gonna go
very
for the
good
20.
athletics, and she doesn't.
I don't.
Fair enough.
I'm
Fair
gonna go
enough.
for the 10.
Marco, do you think you can win?
18.
She should be going for the 15.
You've been rolling fire.
Listen, the second I say 15 or more, it's all gone. Because that's how
Yeah.
probability
What?
It's
works.
alright, you're doing good.
Dark Side
Yeah.
Pack Gold Edition is on.
Alright, Hammer, you can technically win if Mel falls.
That might just straight up fully kill her.
We're gonna just save our strength and we're just gonna go for the 5.
Just, oh yeah, I'm still trying.
No, it would only be
Good thing you did.
5d6.
So
for this fight.
that's the third
only
in a row.
5d6.
You know what my max hit points are.
Yes, not
not
many.
13, I can tell you that.
Mm,
Not 13.
it's not pretty. Whoa. In a weird twist of fate.
What you doing, Marco?
That was 11 number 3 for 5 feet.
He's inching his way up.
It was a what now?
He rolled an 11 for 5.
You move 5 feet. Okay.
Oh, you fall, you're dead.
Oh,
I'm
I know.
aware.
Why do you think I was so scared when I was doing 15 that high up?
Yeah.
I was
The
so
fear
scared.
in
Okay,
Gwen's face
you
was
are
so
slowly
real.
but
I
surely
almost did
making
20.
progress.
But I wish I would have, because I would have gotten up
Back.
there.
I'm on
Jump.
the ground.
Oh.
If I
Jump.
fail,
Cool.
there's literally nothing wrong that can happen, right?
He's gonna
like
go
if I-
for the 20.
Theoretically, yes.
Go for the
You
20.
will be abandoning the friend that is currently bleeding out, but that's not really your responsibility.
You're right.
Wow.
I tried.
Did you try and it didn't work?
He made a medicine check, but he has literally no tools to work
Oh,
with.
so he's like, well-
it's literally just his own hands, like trying to fix like broken bones and things. It's like
Pushing the bones together, like taking
like
a little bit of
like a
broken
jigsaw
vein and
puzzle.
tying
Oh,
it
no,
up.
Aw.
I still look out for.
Maybe,
I
maybe
went
a
for
tendon.
I'll go
Is
for the
that a tendon?
15.
Just
It's a
wrap it around
tentacle.
there. Ugh.
Alright.
Using the tying the tentacles off it.
Woo! 13.
Using it as a
13 total.
tourniquet.
So you do not make progress.
I do not know.
Did you go for the 20?
And you can hear Scourge cracking his whip against the
Ooh.
dock below you.
Oh.
But I told you to get up that mast. Look at your friends up there. One of them's trying.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying.
Trying. I'd say which one.
I'd say I might be overachieving.
It's good weird.
I want the job away from the people with whips.
Yeah. Yeah.
16.
Did you do?
Let's do successes.
Alright.
Fist.
Fists. Just
Is that
celebrate,
where I get
cheer.
the crit
Do you
fail?
want to cheer for anyone, or
I'm
Rally
gonna,
the
I'm gonna
crowd.
kind of showboat, try to rally the crew up.
they're not
get
really
the
watching
hype
you
up.
anymore? They kind of focus on the ones that are still in a life or death situation.
Aw. Well, then I'm just gonna pop a squat and watch the show.
I'm
Falls
gonna like
off.
hang over the railing.
5.
Sit on the railing.
I have athletics, not acrobatics.
Mel is so smart.
I rolled a 19 plus 3.
The lower you set the DC, the higher the result you get.
I should. Oh well.
Damn.
Like lightning.
Just
Really?
very.
Move one hand up, grip it solidly, then put the other hand in the same spot.
Yeah, and then.
Carefully.
Yep. Listen, slow and steady
It's winning
comes
this
in
race.
second place, which is enough to win this race.
Yeah, say.
Hammer. If she fails a DC 5 next turn, you can still fail. It's technically
Can you say that again?
If she fails a DC 5, then she'll fall. And then you
And
can
die.
win.
5.
I'm totally doing this. Yeah.
15.
Marco's very, very careful about this whole thing. It's like, well,
Listen, that's very
I don't think
relatable.
bears are supposed to climb like this.
Bears climb trees, but not like this.
It's a very thin tree for me to be climbing.
I'm like wrapped all around.
Like shimmying up.
Yeah, you're trying to do it like you would if it were a tree in the forest, but there's no like branches to help with that. So it's just not going so well for you.
Why don't they build these things with branches?
They just leave them on.
That's what the ropes are for.
Just leave the
roll tree.
Yeah.
15.
North American finals.
See, 15.
Oh
Alright.
man,
Cloud 9 versus Liquid.
Natty.
nice.
Alright.
Alright.
TSM lost in a best of 5 against Cloud 9.
Adios.
So after a round of preparation,
They
Just
went
doing
to
that-
five- they
yeah,
went to
just
five.
kind of
Two-two.
leap up the first 10 feet
Put the
and then
chalk
just
on
keep
your
climbing
hands.
another 5.
Yeah, the chalk.
Yeah.
Squidward, would you like to stop hemorrhaging?
10.
You stop hemorrhaging.
You fail 1.
I don't add anything, right?
It's 1 failure. No, you don't have
I
anything.
don't think so. Okay. Can't do anything else.
Fist.
Fist.
This more like.
Still
Just
watching.
still, what,
Still
do you want
watching.
to cheer on Mel?
Wait,
or-
actually, I want to take a perception. Are there like ropes that? Because here's how I want to go down. I want to grab a rope and then just.
You want to like
Slay
arrows?
this.
Yeah, you want to like pirates of the
You better.
Caribbean your way down there?
Yeah.
And fail.
Yeah, that would be so funny. Just
You're probably not really built for that, but you feel like with a successful DC 25 acrobatics check, you could probably acrobat your way down there.
I don't have acrobatics, so I'm gonna probably say no.
would that fall under performance?
I don't have performance. I have athletics.
You rolled enough natties tonight.
You could optionally, like, with a solid jump, you could probably get off the side of the ship and into the water, which is only about 100 feet below.
Wouldn't that kill me though?
Maybe.
Hey, if I hit the water and it's all good, then sure. But if I have to
Mel
hit the water,
got
many
under so
points
they
do
could
you have?
call this
13?
competition.
Well, straight
I was
ones
like,
would
I'm
be
sick
fine.
of climbing.
I'm gonna probably not ruin my grand
Right, Mel.
performance.
You have a 19 and 20 chance of succeeding.
Fucking
I rolled a
fails.
10 plus 3, 13.
Yay!
Yay! I could have been up there so much earlier.
That's all right.
But
You know
that's
what?
all
I
right.
respect.
I'm getting the feeling we're
We're
in the
full
better
pirates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No bold, reckless pirates ever made their names into the legends.
No, that'd be stupid.
Careful Steve is the one everyone remembers.
Careful, Steve.
The Star Wars
So-
plan doesn't mess around.
Hammer. Somewhere vaguely above you, you can see Mel kind of slip into the crow's nest. And you just feel like maybe there's no point in going up any further. But you can if you want to.
Escape the whip of Scourge.
He can't whip you if you're in the middle of the mast.
Can I yell down at him and just be like, "Oi, can I stop climbing now?"
Mr. Clark nods his head. That's enough, lads. Go back down.
Okay.
We found our riggers.
Make myself a king. I said, make myself a king.